On April 25, 1953, the world of science was shaken by a revelation that would not only redefine molecular biology, but alter our very understanding of life itself. Buried in the pages of Nature Journal, in the dry, restrained language typical of scientific discourse, was a short article that would become one of the most monumental publications in human history, a paper that revealed the double helix structure of DNA. The authors, two young scientists, James Watson, an ambitious American, and Francis Crick, a sharp-minded Englishman. They weren't working quietly in the moral stillness of academic curiosity. They were racing toward immortality, in a time when scientific prestige could immortalize a name, and competition often overshadowed ethics. Let's be clear, Watson and Crick didn't discover DNA. The molecule had been known since the 19th century. What they did was model its structure, and they didn't do it alone. Rosalind Franklin, a brilliant X-ray crystallographer, had produced the now iconic Photo 51, which captured the first glimpse of DNA's double helix. That photograph, shared without her direct consent, was the critical piece Watson and Crick needed to complete their model. And so the triumph was built on a foundation not only of scientific insight, but of systemic exclusion. Franklin, a woman in a male-dominated field, was sidelined in the narrative, her legacy almost lost to the shadows of history. This discovery, revolutionary as it was, exposes the cracks in the ethical framework of scientific culture. Progress achieved, yes, but at what cost? Still, the impact of their model cannot be overstated. The double helix wasn't just a structure, it was the code of life, a molecular script explaining heredity, disease, evolution, and identity. With it, the floodgates of modern genetics burst open. We could trace our ancestry, diagnose genetic conditions, manipulate organisms, and even envision rewriting ourselves. It fueled the birth of biotechnology, gene therapy, cloning, and CRISPR, tools that could both heal and harm. Since 1953, we have not merely lived, we've learned to read life. To edit it, to own it, and in that, a new kind of power was born. But in the glare of this scientific spotlight, we must not forget the ethical shadows it cast. The story of DNA is not just one of genius, it's also one of ambition, erasure, and inequality. It reminds us that discovery is never pure. It is human, flawed, beautiful, dangerous. The double helix changed the world not just because of what it revealed, but because of how it was revealed, and who was forgotten in the process. If you'd like this text adapted into a popular science article, documentary narration, or even a spoken word piece, just let me know, I can reshape it however you need.